So in my last video, I accidentally made a rage-inducing typing game, but this time, I wanted to purposely make a rage game, and we'll be doing it inside of Unreal Engine. Now I've already talked about what makes a rage game, aka a masochist game, but I'll give you guys a quick recap. First off, we'll need to have simple controls which are easy to use. The caveat is that these controls are extremely difficult to master. We'll also need to make sure that over time, the more progress you make, the more risk there will be. So let's get into how this game will tackle each of these points. For the simple control, I wanted to come up with something that hasn't really been done before in these kinds of games, and I wanted it to be something so simple that you'd become annoyed of it over time. The mechanic will be your voice. I've watched a bunch of streamers play these games, and the most entertaining part is watching them rage at the game, so I thought, what would be better than hearing them rage while they control the game? Most of us talk every day, so that's not what I think will make this game difficult, but I anticipate that the longer you play the game, the more difficult it'll be to keep talking. This gives us the perfect name for the game, I Hate Talking. So without further ado, let's start working on the game. I'm going to be using Unreal Engine 4 since it's a bit easier on my computer, and I'm not going for world-changing graphics for this game. Since the main game mechanic is using your voice, I needed a voice plugin which would allow me to do this. I found this plugin on GitHub which actually accomplishes exactly what I need completely for free, but the problem is that it's super outdated. I decided that I'd dive into the plugins code even though I've never worked on plugins for Unreal before, but the fixes were actually pretty straightforward and eventually I got it to work inside the engine. Jump. Right. Left. Now that we've got that working, we can start working on the character. Since I'm not a great modeler or animator, I decided I'd just make a tire since it would be easy to model and I could just use physics to rotate it. I used Blender to create the model since I have experience with it already, and then we used Photoshop to create a texture for our model. And boom, we've got our character. Now we just need to make the tire controllable using some physics and then use our voice to control it. With that combined, we can now move our character. Left. Right. Jump. With that finished, we can start working on the level design. Designing a level for a rage game is insanely difficult since you'll need to place things at the perfect angle or position where it's possible to reach, but extremely difficult to do so. Since our character is a tire, we'll make some assets for the level related to that. We'll have a road, a brick wall, and then some buildings in the background to make the world feel less empty. With our new assets, the level starts to feel more alive. For the level design, I took some inspiration from other rage games. For instance, I took bouncing off the wall from Jump King. Then I got the idea for some moving platforms from Stick With It by Sam Hogan. And of course, like all rage games, some massive drops. The game isn't perfect. For instance, the speech recognition is good, but you'll need to make sure you enunciate your words as much as you possibly can. I've never actually finished the game myself. All I know is that the game is beatable, and I'd love to see someone actually do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed, feel free to like the video and subscribe for more. I'll see you all next time. Peace.